On, folks? Kiss Shorty Gamer Nation back again. This segment is inspired by the Angry Man called Scooby Snacks Fridays. A review black men on TikTok and various different video platforms and YouTube live streams simping for Scooby Snacks. We're gonna review it today. All right. I don't know why black men do this or do this kind of phenomenon. Angry Man, he broke it down saying that a lot of these brothers couldn't get box in high school, whatever, or a lot of men in general, black men in general, typically do this because they're unable to get, a box or unable to get female validation off the strength of his own masculinity. He had to simp, he had to be a sucker, he had to be a black woman is God type of nigga. Like I said in previous lives and videos, I'm 33 years old, or I'm gonna be 33 this year, right? Coming May, so I'm a Taurus, right? And born in the 90s, growing up in the 90s and the 2000s and the teens and the 2020s, this is what you heard from black men. That's all we heard. It's either simping. I don't know what we called it back then. I don't know what we called it back then. I don't know if it was simping. I don't know if it was. I forgot what we called. A black man kissing a black woman's ass. Playing to her ego and all that other stuff, right? But this is what a lot of black men have done. I've never had to do this myself personally. I never did it. I never sat there and had to or needed to, for as grizzly as Adam as I am, when I was almost 400 pounds playing football, powerlifting in high school, for as big as I was back then, till now, I've never had to do that. Right? And I'm not the best looking nigga. I'm not the greatest looking nigga. I'm not a sexy, flexy, smooth, flashy type of nigga. What you see is what you get on this camera, right? But I've never had to do that. I've never had to black woman is God type thing. I never had to do any of that stuff. But I always find it odd that you'll see black men doing it. And while they're kissing black women's ass, they're bashing, or I want to say, talking about how black men ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Black men ain't shit this, and black women are the prize, and you niggas. I've heard like the shit y'all see on YouTube. I've heard it before, plenty of times. When I used to do Goju Harlem karate out there in Goju karate out in Harlem, I used to go to Black National Theater. I heard it out there, so it's not new to me. You feel me? It's just on YouTube now. Bigger platform, bigger influence, millions of people watching it. You see what I'm saying? And women know these niggas is lying and they're bullshitting. They know that they're doing it. And this is why I don't trust Nick. I don't really trust, if a guy could get boxed like that, because why are those women giving him box? Are they just giving him box to showcase to the other men, oh, hey, this is the type of nigga you should try to be? Right? If you have a dude that's on the internet talking about it's always the man's fault, like Derek Jackson, or you have dudes on the internet that say don't hold them accountable, and the women agree to that, and they're giving him box, or he has what appears to be success with getting box. Can we really look at that and say, okay, he know what he doing? Right? Because in our culture, black women don't like taking accountability. So they could just be giving that dude who's saying don't hold women accountable, hold the men accountable instead, box to fool the rest of us. That's why I don't use that as especially out here in YouTube. I don't use female validation in this day and age, as Angry Man would say, or this timeline, or this era, or this climate that we're in, to say, okay, this man know what he's doing. I have to listen to his message. I have to look at why those women are responding to him and the type of woman that's responding to him and giving him box. I have to review all those things in this time. because women would jump behind a dumbass nigga to fool you other niggas that to be like that dumb nigga right there. Even if that means giving him box. So, y'all got to be careful of that. All right? Let's go here. This nigga here. This nigga right here. What was this? Nah.
A husband does.
This nigga right here.
Because your dad left you. Your dad didn't stay for your mama. So where's your example from? Is it from grandpa or whatever? You don't know what it means to be a husband. Matter of fact, we know that you're not husband material just by the way that you act online. You're cussing out women on panels, Mr. Podcast Black Men, Mr. TikTok Black Men. You're cussing out women. That right there will show you that you're not husband material, fam. Look at the way you're treating the women online. You can't even have a civil conversation with women. You'll probably cuss the woman out, put your hands on her. You not husband material. Any of you niggas with podcasts, microphone, TikTok, none of y'all husband material. The last thing that black men need to be doing is talking about relationship advice when you suck at relationships. No matter what race of woman you get with, divorce, the outcome is pathetic. Straight up. So I don't even know what y'all niggas be talking to women about what they need to do. A lot of these women already know what they need to do. You ain't doing what you supposed to do. You niggas be failing financially, spiritually, mentally, all that. In every aspect. Talking about leader this and leader that, and ain't leading her nothing to, you ain't leading her to nothing but depression.
Look.
I can always tell when a black girl.
Hey man, y'all black men not husband material. I don't even know what y'all be getting online talking to women for, talking about, they need to be wife material and all this, that, and the third. Y'all not even husband material. You don't even know what the heck a husband does because your dad left you. Your dad didn't stay for your mama. So where's your example from? Is it from grandpa or whatever? You don't know what it means to be a husband. Matter of fact, we know that you're not husband material just by the way that you act online. You're cussing out women on panels, Mr. Podcast Black Men, Mr. TikTok Black. We're not messing with him. Husbands, failed fathers, failed friends, failed everything.
God, like every so often, this is about the black community cannot get its house in order because niggas like it's always a nigga like this somewhere. There's always some nigga like this somewhere in the cut. Just wait. Just talking this shit. And look at the comment section right here. Look at all the Scooby Snacks he getting. He not even getting boxed. He just talking shit. But they're just kissing his eyes.
And nigga just fail you.
Let's break down what he said in the first part.
Y'all been talking to these goddamn women online. They want to try to coach them about what they need to do. Black men, you cussing out.
But that's what you doing.
Hey man, y'all black men not husband material. I don't even know what y'all be getting online talking to women for, talking about, they need to be wife material and all this, that, and the third. Y'all not even husband material. You don't even know what the heck a husband does because your dad left you. Your dad didn't stay for your mama. So where's your example from? Is it from grandpa?
The reason why most black men, I want to say in the millennial generation, I want to say the millennials who are now turning 40 and the millennials like myself who are in their 30s, a lot of our moms left our daddies. A lot of our moms put our daddies on child support. A lot of our moms, and I'm from East New York, Brooklyn, Pink Housing Projects, Glenmore and Liberty, last stop on the A train, right? Kings County, Brooklyn. So growing up, that's what we saw. I saw a lot of, now fortunately for me, my mother and my father, they just got divorced. And I was able to see my pops every other weekend, that type of thing. So I still have my dad's influence in my life, right? But I've seen other kids growing up in Brooklyn and Queens that their mothers on purpose left the daddy. On purpose was argumentative with the daddy or argumentative with the father. On purpose being grimy with the dad. And then even when you want to go take it back to the Gen X generation, a lot of Gen X men stuck it out with their disrespectful baby mama and made that sacrifice. When you want to take it back to the boomer generation of men, you could say that a lot of the boomer generation of men left, but you still have to point out that there was still quite a bit that stayed. Like those boomer men that were happy wife, happy life. Those men stayed in that relationship, even though they were like simps or they were suckers in that household, where they allowed them to dominate them in that household. They still stayed in that house. And then too, he said that. Let's look at the statistics. Black father statistics. Dicks. Two, read this. Black fathers, according to the CDC, National Health Statistics, this was in 2013, report found that Black fathers who live with their children are more likely to bathe, dress, change, help their child with toilet every day. 70% compared to white, 60%, and Hispanic, 45%. Black fathers are most likely to eat meals with their children every day at 78%, help their children with their homework every day, 41%, take their children to and from activities every day, 27%. All right. Now, this statistic right here, right? When they say 72% out of wedlock, that means that the father was not married to that woman. Let's look up what wedlock means. All right. That's how they trick you out with the status. State of being married. All right. Let's go here. In wedlock, when the parents are married. Out of wedlock, when the parents are not married to each other. That's what that means. But niggas don't read or research. And this is how you let white people throw racist stats at you or trick you out with the stats. All right. Let's look at that again. Out of wedlock, when the parents are not married to each other. In wedlock, when the parents are married to each other. Okay. All right. Let's go back here. Try to shot tab. This is why they had to come back and say 70% of the children were in the child in the life of the child. In the what you call 70% of Black men are in the child's life, even though they're not married to that person. Right? Because he's still there. And I would even challenge growing up, again, in Eastern New York, Brooklyn, and Queens, right? When you go into the project housings, like Pink Housing Projects, Marcy Projects, I saw a lot of fathers there from my own anecdotal experience. I saw a lot of pops, fathers carrying their father, their son or their daughters to school and to go to the movies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. From my anecdotal experience, what I'm saying, what I saw. You see what I'm saying? So I would even challenge that even the Black men in these project housing buildings during the kid's life. It's just that the hustle in the Black culture is that Black women, to get SSI, to get WIC, to get SNAP, the father cannot be there involved into that child's life. That's how they get those things. So they just mark it and report it on whatever. When you go sign up for WIC or SSI or EBT, they'll mark that the father's not there. And then the government, whoever does the census, takes that and tally that up and say, okay, there's no father in the house. When the daddy's actually there. You see what I'm saying? He's just not in the household with the damn kid, with the kids, but he's there. So to this motherfucker right here. Let's go back to him. Shut his top.
Against other men with these platforms that's completely degrading them. They be on the platform with those men going against women. And then they got the nerve to call themselves a good man. But they afraid of men. I'm telling you, the niggas might as well start dating each other because black men love black men but hate black women. The first thing a black man gonna do is defend another man. He will not defend a woman.
Look at the comment section. Look at the comment section. Look at the comment section. Why is it always these niggas using these like, you know how I know this nigga full of shit, what he just said? Because this has always been the shaming tactic. Remember, again, I'm 33 years old, grew up in the 90s. That black men love other black men, or he must hate black women, that has always been the shaming tactic. Right? First of all, black men as a brotherhood never challenged the sisterhood on a public platform until the manosphere came along. Before that, it was 70 years. From my timeline, it was 30 years of, or 20 years, I want to say 20 years of me hearing black women get up on the Maury's, on the Ricky Lakes, on all these various different talk shows, even on YouTube, talking cash money shit about black men. Then the 10 years plus on the 20 makes me 33, makes me 30, came guys like the Angry Man, Tommy Sotomayor being the OG hierarchy of the thing, came with the Black Manosphere, or Tommy's not part of the Black Manosphere, but nonetheless, he kicked it off, right? They came and they gave pushback. They gave pushback to the women. And all black men were doing was just clearing their name in the end and exposing the lies that black women were telling on black men. See, it's this niggas like this why we as black men can't get respect in our community, because niggas like this, they come out here and they lie on the behalf of black women to get Scooby Snacks, Scooby Doo snacks. Because look at the comment section. This goes to exactly what Angry Man was saying about female validation. Because look at his comment section. None of these chicks are giving him box. Oh, I don't know if they're not giving him box. I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. They could be. I have no idea. I don't really care, but this goes to what Angry Man's breakdown of Scooby Snacks is. Female validation. Look at this. My brother, I hope the women are listening to you. I really hope that they're really not they're really not just listening, but hearing you. You're trying to set them free and keep them safe, and you stay safe. Bruh. How the fuck you know that shit, bruh? How you know this? How the hell you know that that's what's happening? This is the all age old lie. We want to be submissive. It's our nature, but we're not submitting to just anything. If you're not submitting to God and let him order your steps and lead, you're leading me astray. How you know what God is? Your man is the manifestation of God. Last time I checked, it's God, man, and woman, then child. So how you know what God is saying? I'm thinking. Your man know God. You don't. You know your man. Your man know God. So how could you dictate to that man who God is and what God is saying? Man knows God. You supposed to know your man. And last time I checked, if submission is in your nature, you do just submit to anything. You submit to anything. If being submissive is in your nature, you don't negotiate that. Just like men cannot negotiate our position as the head of the house and leadership, you don't negotiate your submissiveness. You either submit to that nigga or you don't. In other words, if your king say, yay, go over there, you go over there. If you say sit your ass down, you sit your ass down. Look at all this.
He will not speak up for a woman. He will speak against a woman, but he will not.
Bro, do you know how many Dr. Umar Johnsons, Rizza Islams, Minister Farrakhan's, the various pro-black groups that are always jumping out there speaking for black women and simping and being suckers? Black women worship and shit. Stop the cap, bro.
I speak up for a woman. Look at what these dudes do with their microphones. All they do all day is speak up against women. They never say anything good, anything positive, because they don't have anything good or positive to say, right?
And all niggas like you do is simp for black women and speak against black men. Again, like, this is why, and you know what? I'm glad that a lot of women is listening to guys like this, and they're gonna follow dudes like this, because those are the women that need to be purged from the community. These type of women you see in these chat rooms agreeing to him, they don't deserve a patriarchal providing man. They deserve to follow a nigga like this, and a nigga like this got nowhere to take him. So I'm actually not mad at this. See what I'm saying? Yo, my little kittens are those. I can't wait to sell them little niggas. But anyway. So
they treat women, they act like as.
And the thing is that the words of a simp looking for Scooby Snacks is always like an angry man. If you see this video, don't take no offense to it. The words of a simp simping for Scooby Snacks, their influence is always going to outweigh the voices of the angry man or the voices of the Tommy Sotomayor's, because the simp's voice, they're appeasing to what the woman wants to hear. It's appeasing to their gullible nature of the woman. So if an angry man comes out and speaks, and he's putting out his influence, and it's telling black women what to do and to step their game up, black women are not going to want to hear it. Most of them are going to run away from that, and they're going to go more towards the Derek Jacksons and the Dr. Umar Johnsons and this guy right here, unfortunately. And that's sad. It's sad in itself. And like, what do you do about that? You see what I'm saying? It's like it's easier to follow the devil than it is to follow God. Adam and Eve showed you that. And the fact remains that God gave Adam and Eve everything they need and wanted. Everything. Everything. And all Eve had to do was not eat that apple, but she still did it. So.
As if women are objects. They don't see them as humans. They believe that a woman is just supposed to submit. Just follow my authority, right? And niggas don't even know where they be going. Life be fucked up.
No, bitch nigga, you don't know where you going. Bitch nigga, you don't know where you going. Bitch ass nigga. A lot of black men do know where they're going. A lot of black men do have a plan. A lot of black men do have a mission statement. A lot of them do. See what I'm saying? What niggas like this keep doing, they keep taking the lowest hanging fruit or the lowest common denominator and using them to speak for the majority of us. But a lot of black men do know where they're going and do know what they want to do. It's just that you cannot lead a black woman that don't want to follow you or is too damaged to follow you. And I'm all for holding black men accountable for things, but holding them accountable for the right shit.
Everything about them be fucked up, but yet women's supposed to get behind the black man because the black man just doing good. We just perfect out here. The black man, get the fuck out of here. Niggas be claiming that we leaders, providers, and protectors, and don't be leading, providing, or protecting a guy. They won't even lift their voice against other men with these platforms that's completely degrading them. They be on the platform with those men going.
I gotta ask the question: what is degrading about the platforms? What was degrading about Kevin Samuels telling black women to step their game up with their parents, be more submissive with their parents, be more submissive, be more respectful? What's degrading about the angry man telling women to be more traditional, telling women to be more not to be out here being 304s? And angry man holds men accountable too. What's degrading about those platforms? Even the crew season, even with AC Trill, there's a lot of things I disagree with him about, but overall his whole message is about balance. Fresh and Fit, you can make that argument about Fresh and Fit, right? You can make that argument about them, but can you really? Because Fresh and Fit, or at least Fit, may come at you with a harsh message, but what about what he's saying is wrong? It's not like he's calling out bad women. He's calling out there. Mind you, Fit has women who up there that's 304s and OnlyFans models. That's who Fit Fresh and Fit is shaming. He's not shaming good traditional women. He's shaming and making 304s and OnlyFans models looking good. Look bad. My fault, right? I might have slipped, right? I ain't gonna lie. No, let me not get that. I ain't gonna lie, right? Fit and Fresh and Fit, they bring 304s on their platform to shame 304s on their platform. That's who they're shaming. They're not shaming traditional women who has a husband or who has a husband and kids or respects a man. They're not doing that. They're going against feminists, OnlyFans models, the Instagram thoughts. That's what they're going against. So unless you're simping for them type of dude, chicks, bro. And you said not husband. Hold on. I think there was another video where he said not husband material or some shit. Where is that? Boy, like, and black women, y'all are so gullible. It's very easy to trick y'all. Like the easiest way for a black man, or any man to get money and to get a platform or a boost on here on YouTube is just to simp and kiss your ass. And this is why I don't believe women need to be free. Or what's the context of women need to be free? In the context, you should be free to choose a man you want to follow. In context, you should have autonomy with yourself and your body, and when it comes to the context of traditional men and being traditional. But look what you do with your freedom, black women. Look at the things you support. 80 million babies deleted because of you being allowed you to be free, to follow Marxism, communism, and all the isms and the feminisms.
You don't know what it means to be a husband. Matter of fact, we know that you're not husband material just by the way that you act online.
You know how we know that black men are husband material? Because we're always tasked with the expectation on the first date to plan out the date, to take her to a good restaurant, to drive her there, pay for the gas, all that other good stuff, and then drive her back home. All of those things are showing what a provider or the benefits of being with that man as a provider is supposed to be doing. You know what the women are not showing that case in that they're wifey material? After I took her out somewhere to eat, on the next day, does she invite me to her clean house to cook me a meal? Most black women are not doing that. Most black women are not saying, damn, you took me to a good date. You know what? Let me drive you to work the next morning. Most black women are not showcasing their wifey material things, but most black men are doing it. How do I know that? That's why a lot of black men are coming to the YouTube complaining about, I took this chick to a decent restaurant and she ghosted me, or I took her here or there and she flaked on me, or she disrespected. That's why a lot of black men are coming to the internet and complaining about, right? And then at the same time, when black men are doing the things that black women request them to do on the first date, take them out to eat, take them on a good date, treat them nice, all the other good stuff, those same women call them a sucker and a lame and a simp. I bet you this dude does. So black men are fully capable and have been doing husband material stuff. It's just not like they're putting their foot down and withdrawing it as they should, because they're saying, I'm not benefiting from this. You're not reciprocating back to me. You're not, I'm not benefiting from this. And as a man of the head of your house, as a leader, like an organization or a company, you have the right in your company or your organization to say, okay, if my employees are not doing what they're supposed to be doing at my organization, I have a right to fire them or reprimand them. It's that simple.
Your
Fruit. This nigga here. There's a couple of these niggas on here. Man, let me show y'all this. Black women, this is all y'all can do on this. This is what y'all doing with y'all freedom. Y'all are getting on this YouTube, showing up my ass and half naked. All of y'all look fine. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. If y'all drop that thing on me, I'm gonna dive deep. I'm not one of them dick disciplined niggas. You will catch me in a rush if you put it on me. This is what y'all do. This is what y'all using your freedom to do. You get on here and talk shit to about black men. This is what your freedom to do. Let me go over here.
Black women, show us your black golden retrievers, please. I really hope this reaches its intended audience. Black women who are in relationship with black men who are golden retrievers. Can you show us?
Black women, called y'all dogs,
show us your black golden retrievers, please.
She called y'all
I really hope this reaches its intended audience.
Basically, a dog that she can have a leash around y'all. This is what these women are doing with their freedom. They're not coming up here saying, oh, I could cook and I could clean.
This tweet asks, why don't black men date black women? And let me just say that this question is a fallacy, because the majority of black men do indeed date black women. So I'm going to rephrase the question and ask, why are black women, the least desired group of women, so difficult to date, maintain long-term relationships with, and marry? And the answer is simple for me, because a significant percentage of black women suffer from what I call maniac syndrome. Masculine attitudes, disagreeable wanting to be in charge and in control, using aggressive verbiage, tones, and mannerisms, and engaging in phallic swinging contests with their men. Neurotic, insecurity, overthinking, negative assumptions, overreacting, and acting on impulse whenever they're overwhelmed with negative thoughts or feelings. Independent, this obsession with proving to the world that they can do anything and everything without men to signify how strong that they are. Accountability, a concept that they can't seem to hold. And confrontation, perceiving everything that they dislike or disagree with as disrespectful or insulting and reacting to it. Their sliders on these characteristics tend to be abnormally high relative to other cultures of women. This tweet asks, why don't black men date black women? And
you said some good shit. What the hell? Damn, this is what our women have turned to. What?
Y'all black men that be all on TikTok, YouTube, and all in these different spaces trying to tell black women to take accountability for X, Y, and Z. When y'all go admit that black women being single is probably a better option? It's probably a better option. They happier when they single anyway.
I'd rather y'all be single than sitting up here messing with black men and destroying their lives. Be what angry man call it? A triple imposter.
When they get into a marriage, it's almost like HE double hockey sticks messing with a lot of black men. When y'all go tell them that? Y'all black.
That shit that I slow to as well. We're gonna look at that in a minute. Finally normalizing and men and holding other men accountable. Are you serious? This must be like a Gen Z or some shit. Because she definitely not a millennial from my era, age range. Yes, please do that, Drea Scott. Yes, please do that. Leave black men alone. Go ahead. Please. Yes. Child free. We don't have to worry about you deleting babies. We don't have to worry about you putting a nigga on child support. Please, yes. Yes, single with no kids. I travel, switch jobs whenever. Yeah, go ahead. Please do that. All these black women in these comment sections, they do not need to get a black man at all. You feel me?
Is that too obvious? Okay, I like your confidence. Oh, this one good comments. Okay, like Kalani's. Roger like Kalani's. Okay, here at the parties. Right here at the parties. You better start a whole fire. Now I'm on fire. I need someone, I need Tyler. I need Ramani, Rebecca, Serena, Selena. Let's start a whole choir.
Are you serious? But if that was if that was a black dude, they call him all kind of lames and nerds and all type of shit. Uh-oh. I see what this
y'all black men that be.
Every time I start talking to a man, it's always, I know you got options. I know you got options, sweetheart. I'm a full-blooded weirdo. I'm an awkward, introverted loner with social anxiety. I'm barely talking to you. Every time I start talking to a man, it's always, I know you got options. I know you got options, sweetheart. I'm a full-blooded weirdo. I'm an awkward, introverted loner with social anxiety.
But how is it every time you talking to a man? If you got social anxiety, how you find these men to talk to? And then you did that at the end. I'm barely talking to you. This is what let's see what this.
And don't put my hat because I know.
Situation.
Okay.
So,
Situation. She dumped you for a black king.
Okay.
Situation. She dumped.
And don't put my.
Situation. She dumped you for a black king. First of all, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You know what? It's not to punish you. White guys feel so inferior sometimes when it comes to black kings because they feel like they're bigger and they're better and they're more alpha. But it's not the case. It might just be that she actually fell in love with this guy, the black king, at work, online dating, whatever. She wanted to try it a little bit. You know, you give it 6 months, they might not even be together. She might come running back to you and be like, oh, you were so much nicer, you treated me better. And don't forget, there will be a cultural difference as well. She might not be a snow bunny. If she's never been a snow bunny before, like before meeting you, why would she flicker? That's what I want to know. Maybe she's been watching one of my videos or something. But yeah, loads of guys are like, is she looking for a black king? I'm like, it'd be the same.
Comment section.
What's the difference? White king, black king, who cares?
Becky's, listen,
she left you with someone else.
Let me stop y'all. Becky's. Y'all need to do this more often. Do what that chick do more often. If these black chicks could be talking about on here talking about how they with a white husband and white husband effect or black wife effect, y'all need to do the same thing. If they could take your man, you could take their man. And I promise you, you outnumber black men, so you'd win that war. You know what I'm saying? I gotta find more of these niggas. Hold on.
Got motion, that understands her value and her motherfucking worth, understands she gonna treat you way different than a woman that needs you. Yeah, a woman that got her own independences, a woman that comes self-sufficient, with her emotions and feelings intact.
What you talking about, bro? Because a lot of these women that are so-called independent and got their own shit still be begging niggas to do shit. Still be begging niggas to take them out on dates and to take them out on trips and spend their money on them. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about. They pretty much moved the same.
And don't let no motherfucker play with her like she no motherfucking yo-yo or walk on her.
There are a lot of black women out here who are what you call independent and still get pregnant by a pookie. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Like she no doormat. That's a different type of woman. See, women like that bring out the best version of a man. A lot of times it takes them rough conversations and uncomfortable conversations to bring out the best in who you are as a man.
Why y'all keep telling this lie? I've never seen an independent chick that you describe and bring out the best in a black man. I've seen her get them type of women get on that nigga nerve and then divorce that nigga and take all his shit. I don't know, like what do y'all get these Scooby Snack hunting niggas from?
So let me.
Can you come on? Can you come on and get this last note? You got.
So let me get.
That's all
I saw
y'all
a
do.
TikTok this morning, and I will tag the creator down below.
No.
So let me get this straight. You guys are broke. You're not emotionally intelligent. So
I understand.
Jesus Christ.
Fella, listen.
Who is this?
Man, let me speak on something right quick, man, because I just seen a video that a person did saying when a man go through something, nobody gives a damn. That ain't nothing but a motherfucking lie. When a good man go through something, everybody that he's built a bond and a relationship with.
Y'all are motherfucking lying up here, bro. Good men that go through shit, y'all don't give a fuck about them niggas. Because when them good men come up here and complain about these women, you tell them niggas shut up and stop talking. And why you bitching and why you complaining?
That has a certain level of respect for him is going to be in his corner. People that he stood on business and took care on the front end. When a bad man go through things, nobody gives a fuck. Yeah, when a man was ungrateful and had the opportunity to be in a marriage or a great relationship and build a healthy relationship with his children, but he neglected that and chose the path of the devil and not doing what he's supposed to do and stand on his business on the front end. See, a lot of times we love to say, see, that's the gateway out. That's an easy pass for you to say nobody gives a fuck. And we all know that's not true. Anytime you're loving your wife and doing what you need to do for them kids and that wife on the front end, when push comes to shove, they're going to be in your motherfucking corner and have your best interests at heart. They're going to be there before your homeboys, your brother, your cousin, and the family that you came from.
Gee, the reason why a lot of younger millennials, who are my age range, a little bit younger, are turned off from marriage is because we saw a lot of the good men that came before us, especially in Gen X and with the boomers, suffer and die in silence. Nobody gave a fuck about how they felt. When they did speak about things, people ignored them. So I don't know. Like a lot of y'all niggas get up here and lie and cap on shit. And this is why the problem with black men will never get solved, because you have other black men that cap and lie and basically simp. And the problem that black men have is, it has something to do with women, but it's like the women are like a byproduct of it. Like the problem with black men, I want to say, is that we don't know how to, or we're not taught how to treat ourselves properly or treat ourselves good. or get the best things out of life for ourselves because that's what we want to do. Like, we're not taught how to, go relax. We're not taught how to, heal ourselves up. We're not taught to, it's good to go. Like, we're not taught how to take care of ourselves. Basically, like, it's not encouraged. It's just, go work, be a slave to some chick. Don't expect anything out of her, and it's just that. So it's like, and then now, other Black men, they're coming to speak on our behalf, of the so-called good men behalf, right? And they don't know what they be talking about. Because with that brother that was there speaking just led, I know plenty of Black men in my own anecdotal experience, including myself, that our family don't give a shit about us. Unless we say something and we make noise about it. So, that's just that. This wasn't going to take long. This is going to be the start of, or I'm going to kick off Scooby Snack Fridays. This is something inspired by the Angry Man. So, I'm going to put on shorts about that. Definitely look out for more. This is Kiss Shorty Gaming Nation. Holla at me.